Hello and welcome. My name is Kate Griffiths from Whole Self Leadership, and I'm coming on today because I wanted to share some of the energies at the moment and to give you a bit of a heads up. And I get these insights partly through what's flowing through me, my connection to colour, and also what my clients are choosing. So we're going through coral at the moment. Now, coral isn't necessarily a colour that everybody would choose, and I love coral because it's all about wholeness at the end of the day, and it speaks to our sensitivity or the extent to which we allow that to show up. So it's been interesting talking to clients recently. There's been a real sense of dislocation. Not sure where I'm at, what should I prioritise? Feeling maybe pulled in many different directions. And a real awareness of that fear or pain. And I was reminded of a poem by a wonderful woman called Naomi. I'll put the details in the notes afterwards, who said, kindness is where it's at, but we cannot really connect to that, appreciate it or see it until we've really experienced and walked alongside deep sadness, that sorrow that sits in your bones. So I think it's worth reflecting on that, particularly if you've been feeling strong emotions or had them surging through you, because everything is perfect and happening for a reason. So this enables us to get to a place of integration. So let me show you what I've picked today. I want to start with this red bottle, which isn't part of the system. It's a bottle that I created with my former business partner when we were talking to organisations. How does it make you feel? What do you notice about it? It's not a bottle that people tend to pick, but it speaks to the busyness, the busy mind, and there's been a lot of that in May so far. And when you have a busy mind, it's very hard to focus, it's very hard to connect to your essence, and whole days can be lost. And that's possibly because of the judgment that you hold or that sits behind all of that. And there are two other things that have been coming up recently. First is this bottle, which has been picked by quite a few people recently. A coral over a red. It relates to the root chakra. And the root chakra, which is, an energy field in our pelvis, is all about the survival fears. Sense of lack, and we can't feel whole or integrate all the parts of ourselves if we feel that there's something missing. And lack is a key theme in this metal ox year as well, so it's sort of a double whammy really, and explains why that might be coming up. And you may have done loads of work on survival issues and fear. But sometimes things come up for purging, a last look at something. Another aspect, because we're never in the same place that we were even yesterday or a moment before. And the other bottle that's been coming up is this one, also red but with orange in the bottom. And as you look at these two, which one do you prefer? That really speaks to the masculine energy within us. the need to take action. What is the right action in this moment? And so then we come to what some might think of as the antidote, which definitely came up as I was preparing to do this video. How do you feel about the Venus bottle? This Venus rules Taurus, and we're still in Taurus at the moment. You know, there's a beauty to it, a harmony to it, but there's a shadow side to it as well. Often when people have that bottle in their colour DNA blueprint, they have real perfectionist tendencies, which reminds me of the Matt Kahn quote, "Not like this." You know, when life isn't working out the way we had expected it to or wanted it to, and we're judging life or judging ourselves. If that's you, can you turn it around and say, just like this, and appreciate what it is giving you, even if it isn't what you actually wanted? Because all of these bits and pieces are what we need to face in order to be able to come to this very high frequency bottle. And yes, there is a bit missing in the top because 51 bottles that I received recently leaked, and I don't have a whole bottle of that at the moment. And that is a really sparkly bottle. Can you see the sparkles? There you go. And it's a double coral. Now, how does that make you feel? That bottle is called Integration, and I guess it's about the message of the week. We can only feel that wholeness, that integrity of our structures if we stop judging things. Or, you know, you could argue it's inevitable that we judge because we are both human and divine, but we can ensure that we don't attach our identity to the judgment, that we see it for what it is, we're aware of it, so we don't fall into the trap that it is offering us. And if you prefer the spritzers, then you might want to work with this one. This pink spritzer is the spritzer equivalent of the Venus bottle. So again, it's Pink Angel, it's about love. But the one that I've been drawn to this week is this one, which is often, when you get new ones, a little clearer, but you can see possibly if I get really close to the camera, it's quite shimmery. This is called opalescence, and there's something quite mystical about it. And it really helps you to connect to the energies of the coral Gaias, which are 6-dimensional frequency. It's very high. Because the shadow side of coral is a neediness, needing people to like you, to buy what you're selling, whatever it is. Feeling, if people aren't, that it's an indication of your value, when it isn't anything to do with that. And so when we work with coral, we're starting to heal up that wound, which can be very deep inside. And we can know it at an intellectual level. But what coral is inviting you to do is to embody it all, to really sit with it. As we said at the beginning, as I said, we cannot know the sweet nectar of love and kindness unless we have journeyed a while with deep sorrow. So I hope that gives you some food for thought as you go about your week, and I wish you a wonder-filled time, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Bye for now.